Welcome back to the Arkansas Dynasty here on NCAA 25. We're ready to get going, ready to get into our first game of the season, taking on an FCS team. But from what I've seen, FCS teams, not easy. This game is not easy. Obviously playing on Heisman, playing on default sliders at the moment. Might change in the future, but we'll see. But I forgot to actually do the red shirts. I did not go through that. So I'm going to go through that right now before we get going. KJ Jackson, I think he could get some playing time this year. Now, obviously, red shirts, unlike the past, where once you were a red shirt, that was it. You could take them out of red shirt, but you'd lose the red shirt. Now, they can still play up to 4 games and still be a red shirt. Obviously, get that extra year of eligibility. So, we're going to red shirt, CJ Brown and I believe Cross Johnson as well. But they could get a couple games playing time depending how injuries go. That is another setting I'm not quite sure. We'll see, how injuries are. If it's more frequent than not, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, Madden, you turn it up a little bit, it happens. I mean, injuries happen. It is football. But also, before we, as we continue to do this red shirts here, just want to thank everybody for all the support. Cannot wait to have this series. I mean, it's been a long time coming. This is going to be absolutely awesome. And hopefully, bring a national championship to Arkansas. We'll see where this goes. I mean, depending how it is, I'm not always committed to Arkansas. We can almost kind of have our own universe right now. If something doesn't work out and we move on, that's a possibility too. But right now, the goal is to bring a national championship to Arkansas. Obviously, we want to get that SEC championship as well, but it's so tough. And then obviously, the years go on. I have no qualms about changing up conferences, switching things around. I think we can obviously have so much fun with this, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, please, if you want to continue on, this is going to be an awesome journey. Just continue to hit that like button, subscribe for more Arkansas content. I thank you so much to everybody out there. So, yeah, I think we have a punter too, 2 punters. Well, redshirt, Warren Abraham, the punter. And I think that's it for the red shirts. So now we can get back into recruiting to continue on that. Now, like I said before, with recruiting, I might have watched like a 5-minute video on it, but really, I'm going into this blind. So we'll see how it works out. It could be an absolute disaster recruiting-wise, or it could go well. Now, Max Drew is, I know it's number 1. It's kind of the first guy we looked at, but he, to me, is the top of the line guy we want to bring in. The 4-star QB out of New Orleans. I think you send the house, right? To me, I want to send the house on some of a guy like this. Try to make sure we bring him in. So we're going to send the house on Max Drew. And hopefully he will be the quarterback that makes his way to Arkansas. Right now, we're number 3. Got LSU and Florida State there. Reggie Irvin, the athlete, more of a power back, right now sitting number 2. We're tied up, I would say, at the moment, as you can see the projected, what it's going to go further. Let's see. We can add action for him as well. And obviously, you can combine these as well. Now, if you send the house, that's pretty much it, unless you get the upgrade where you can add another 10, which we don't have at the moment. But we can do kind of DM the player. I think that's what we'll do. Could do search social media. Now, the thing is, you're going to have to make sure you allocate these hours. It's going to be tough, for sure. You're going to have to think about it, really prioritize certain players. Look at this board. Hey, if you're a big-time lead on somebody, just maybe allocate it a little bit differently. Levi IU, we're not quite on his board, but, man, just the name alone. I know he's not a gem. I get it, but, man, I like how he looked, and you can't go wrong with that name. So we're going to send the house for Levi IU, and we're going to try to jump on his board. Rico Silvera, right tackle, right now at number 3. Maybe contact friends and family. We'll do the friends and family contacts. We're right now at 535 hours out of 800. So I'm telling you, it can go very quick. Martin Silva, the right tackle. Looks like we're behind Kansas State. We are going up, though. So, maybe DM the player. Let's do DM the player. And obviously, we're not quite there at soft sell, hard sell. I believe that gets to where they have to have their top 5 schools. And that's when you can do, obviously, visits it's got to be into the top 5, which I like that as well. But I've heard some things that this is not. People have had some struggles here so far. We'll see. Jabari Tavares, left tackle, same thing. Not on his board at the moment. But is this another guy where you kind of send the house? A 4-star, 6'7", 295 left tackle. I'm not sure if we send the house. Maybe do contact friends and family. I don't know if we maybe do search social media or something else, but maybe we'll just stick for that. I want to see where these hours are allocated here going down the board. You know, if I have to go back and add some things, that is fine. But I just want to make sure I have enough for right now. So Diego Garcia, we're just going to do social media, search of social media for right now. The right tackle out of Texas. Edward Malloy, right now at number 4 on the list. SMU's got the lead by a tiny bit over Missouri and Houston. Trying to build up this defensive line once again with Landon Jackson about to leave, with Eric Gregory probably on his way out as well. You know, that defensive front is going to be huge, and we're going to make sure we have to apply pressure. It is a big thing in the SEC. If you have most of these top-of-the-line schools have dominant front fours, and we have to make sure we continue to build that and slow down these teams in the SEC. The offense is just going to continue to pick up. The superstars, the playmakers are just going to get better and better. There's no doubt about it. James Biggs, let's just do social media at the moment. Right now at number 3. Angelo Valdez, we're at number 3 as well, behind Houston and SMU, which I see on the list here a lot. From New Caney, Texas, 6'6", 247 right end. Now, I think just social media at the moment. And obviously we're trying to figure out over here to the right-hand side, what they're looking for. Stanley Melvin, a 4-star, number 2 at the moment. We're at 100% scouting with him. Obviously wouldn't know any of the developmental traits. He is a right outside linebacker. Do you want to continue on with him? Some of these, it's tough. Even when we're number 2, do we just do nothing for right now or just do something simple? That's the real question. We're dropping down a little bit right now, Ole Miss. So maybe DM the player would try to get us right back or maybe kind of stay around the race. There's a lot of good schools there. Emmanuel Velasquez, right now at number 5. We've dropped off a little bit. The right outside linebacker. Good power moves at 81, 80 strength. So, I mean, he would be a decent, more than likely, rush back. And let's friends and family, let's social media. We'll get him up to 30 out of 50 right now. See if we can jump up a little bit just in case he gets into that top 5. And I do like above, too. You can kind of see where they're at. You can see Andres Danucci right now just into his top 8. It's going to go up a little bit, but still a little bit till he gets to his top 5. Now, I'm sure guys can commit before that. I would think so. I know back in the day, they used to almost have like an insta-commit. Some guys would just, right away, you just offer them a scholarship, bam, they commit. I'm not sure if that is still in there or not, or you're just going to have to go through this entire process the entire season, and some guys will. The thing is like, what week is it going to be before we actually get our first commit? We'll see. We'll see what happens. James Trevino, number 4 at the moment, the right guard. Do we send the house? I think I would want him for sure. So let's send the house, trying to build up that offensive line as well. If I want to have a solid run game, I want to bring back that old school, obviously our coach Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, just running that football and just, if you've never seen Darren McFadden, Felix Jones highlights, I'd fully recommend watching some of their games back in the day. Goodness, they were just unreal. And they loved to run the Wildcat. They ran the Wildcat a lot. It worked out a lot. They were just one of the most dynamic duos in college football. I would almost say history. I mean, you could see Darren McFadden. I believe he has the record for Arkansas in a game. I think it was something around 325 yards rushing. So, just insane numbers, and I'd love to bring that back. Side that with an unbelievable defense, and that just spells success. It really does. And that's what we're trying to build. Julius Samaya, He is an athlete, more of a run stopper, 6'3", 232. Linebacker, zone coverage not good, 83 tackle. He's got 86 acceleration. So, tackle's pretty good, good agility. Let's offer him a scholarship. We're not on his board, but I'm not sure if we're going to allocate any more hours because I think I want to check out some scouting, but also we still have 265 right now on the board. Clarence Hardrick, still not on the board there, so we'll continue to move on. Marvin Archibald, 6'6", tight end. Good catch in traffic. Acceleration not that bad. 86 agility. Not going to be much of a run blocker, which maybe doesn't fit our system, but if you can add in a guy that's 6'6", 227, solid speed tight end who's a mismatch, we'll obviously take that. Jadarius Tavares, another Tavares. Maybe they're brothers. I'd have to see where the other Tavares is from again. That would be an interesting little storyline out of Little Rock, Arkansas, going to the homeschool, brothers trying to take over. That'd be cool. Kevin Kukas, left tackle. Right now, not on the board. He's looking at Texas A&M. We'll just DM the player at the moment. We'll see if he can get in there. He is getting very close to the top 8, so we could pretty much be knocked out. But you can see some of the guys we have added here. Pat Hunt, Skaggs, Legit, Kersey, Wilkins, Beal, and Dieter. Let's start with Denton Dieter. So he's a right outside linebacker. Power rusher mentality at the moment, tendency. 74 strength, 68 tackle. I'm not liking that. He's got 82 pursuit, 78 power moves, 85 acceleration. So he has solid acceleration, solid power moves. The strength really not there. 81 speed. It's just the tackle at 68. I don't know if I like that too much. Let's take a look at Charlie Beal. Right now we're sitting at number 4 on his board. He's a JUCO defensive tackle, so he coming obviously as a junior. 84 strength, 72 play rec. We'll continue on here. Got plenty of hours to spare right now. 76 power moves, 75 tackle, 77 acceleration, 67 block shed. I don't know. That's maybe... We'll see. I think we'll kind of keep that on the back burner. Clarence Wilkins, wide receiver, 4-star, 6'1", 214. Right now at number 9 on his list. We're just going to offer a scholarship, 4-star. Let's take a look. 84 release. That's pretty good. 81 catching traffic. He's got 92 speed, 81 catching. So I definitely like what I'm seeing there. And we're going to search his social media as well, see if we can hop into that top 8. It's Jason Kersey. Kersey, where I'm getting the R. Kesey. Let's see. He is a right end, speed rusher, 6'2", 254 out of Starkville, Mississippi. 78 tackle, 85 acceleration. So I like the acceleration. You know what? Let's offer him a scholarship. To me, sometimes that's all you need. If you see a certain attribute you're looking for, that's all I need. Continue on. We'll continue the scouting at a later date. I'm totally fine with that. Ben Leggett, however you probably Leggett. Let's see, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. We'll offer him a scholarship, 4-star wide receiver. You got Thad Skaggs. What a name that is. Thad Skaggs, rocking the mustache. Let's see. He is a wide receiver as well. So making a little run here on wide receivers. A position that I really wasn't looking at big time. But if guys are interested, I have no problem trying to bring them on. Pat Hunt, though, 4-star strong safety, 6'2", 198 out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's see what these guys have, because we do need to build up that, back end of the secondary. We'll offer him a scholarship, because I just have a feeling this guy could be something. I don't really care about the jumping. We only have 45 hours, so we might have to stop there. But let's DM the player. Let's take a look at that. We still have 35 hours here, so I guess I can get some scouting in. 78 pursuit, 89 agility, 84 change of direction. He's got 92 acceleration, 71 play rec, tackle down at 67. So that's kind of what I don't want to see, but we'll see. He's got some athleticism, and we can definitely work with the rest, but right now at number 6, and that pretty much is going to allocate our hours for this week. So let's advance on. We have the bye week. We go into week 2. Let's see. All right, so Levi IU's gone down to 8 schools. I wish sometimes this wouldn't switch over really quick. I understand, but I got to go right back into it. So, Levi IU has gone down to the top 8, which we are in. We're number 2 at the moment. Silvera, you can see we are number 1 down to his top 8 schools. So, Rico Silvera, he is a gem, so we're in his top 8. Martin Silva, we're in the top 8, number 2. But Tavares and Diego Garcia have reached the top 8. We are locked out. That is it. So that will be done with them. And same thing with that 5-star linebacker you can see down here. Chris McCord, he is gone as well. So we will not be in his top 8 schools. And that will do it for us, for those guys. And we go into week 1. And this is kind of cool. The Bengal, I'm sure everybody knows Bengal. Riverside Royals. So cool. I love how this team is in the game. And here we go. Let's go down. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Here we go. Woo Pig Suey. Game number 1 of the season. Man, it feels so good to play a college football game. This is just... It's amazing. It really is. It feels so good. But yeah, the Riverside Royals. I know FCS West, they can't say Riverside Royals, but they're there. It's really cool. I really like how they've taken some of these, team builder teams for some YouTubers and turned it into the real FCS team. So it's really cool. But here we go. First game is underway, and this is the first game I am playing. I played a little bit of exhibition, maybe for a quarter, but I haven't played a full game. Here we go. What can we do against an FCS opponent? Andrew Beebe is going to be the starter here for this FCS team, obviously just a created team. But here we go. 1st and 10. First play, they're going to hand the ball off up the middle. Got some good room. He'll be up for a first down just like that. 1st and 10. Little RPO action. Makes the pass. Breaks a tackle. And already this Royals team into Arkansas territory. George Littlejohn with the reception. And now another 1st and 10. But pressure this time, and that is where we should be able to beat this team. Junkaj comes in there with the sack. That is where we got to beat them. Their offensive line shouldn't really be doing much as we're getting some pressure. But what a throw on 3rd and 18. Down the seam by Beebe. First down. Move the chains. Man, they are moving the ball big time. Hole up the middle, and that's going to be down just like that to the 3.5-yard line. What is happening here? They'll hand the ball off again, but not this time, as Eric Gregory is there for the stop. 3rd and goal. Beebe looking over the middle. It's going to be caught. Will be stopped there by Danico Slaughter, but they're going to go for it. 4th and goal. Why not? Why wouldn't you go for everything pretty much if you're this type of team? Beebe from the gun. RPO over the middle's got it. Touchdown. Unbelievable drive to start off this game for this Royals team. And absolutely stunning us right now. Wow. I've heard about how these games are not easy, even with FCS teams, and we're seeing it right off the bat, man, right down the field, as Jaquindon Jackson is going to have the carry, picking up around 5. We'll go right back to him on the counter. Jackson this time has some room. He's got a first down. Move the chains. 1st and 10. Green back to throw, setting up a screen. DeBinion has it, makes a move. DeBinion to the outside, has another first down as we cross into Royals territory. So we should be moving the ball as well. We shouldn't be having troubles. We go outside. There's Luke Haas with the catch. He should absolutely dominate. There is nobody that can actually cover him on this field. No way. He should have a big game. But I don't know. We could be in it for a ball game here. So we're going to try to go up top looking for Andrew Armstrong, but that's going to be out of bounds, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 10. We roll out. Green looking down the field, trying to find something. He'll take it himself. He'll run out of room. Only picks up 6. But we're going to go for it. We're not going to settle for 3. This is an FCS team. Come on. This offense should be getting something here. Green back to throw. Looking. Oh, man, he had the Binion just wide open, and I forced it to Haas. Oh. Already this starts. Handoff there. That's what I want to see. That's what we got to see. This defensive front's got to dominate. Nice stop there. Loss of 1. Now a 3rd down and 11 Positions they should be in here. Looking down the field, but time runs out. Is that going to be Spence? Yes, it is. Brad Spence with the sack. All right, that's more like it. We shouldn't just let this team just continually drive down the field on us. Man, a little bit of a shock, too. Now, this is the first game, too. I've played a little, since Madden, probably like 3 months. As, oh, man, Satania going. Can he take it to the house? And he can. The speedster with the big-time punt return for a touchdown gets us right back in the game. 7 apiece. Did not see that one coming. There is not too many punt returns usually on Madden, and man, we get one there, tie this game up at 7 apiece, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am absolutely terrible at the celebrations. I try to hit the right stick. It just does not work out for me. It does not. 3rd and 11. They're going to run a screen, which is going to be just short, and I'm really surprised they didn't go for it there. I would have, but we get the ball back in our hands. This time back to Dubinion on the ground, has some running room, and Dubinion's going to pick up around 12. And that's an easy first down. 2nd and 9. Green to throw. Running the middle screen. We got it. Tesla there with the grab. He'll be close. Picks up around 9. So with 3rd down and 1. Now we got Jaquindon Jackson back in the backfield. Got some plenty of running room. Nice blocking. That's what you want to see. First down up to the 41-yard line. Move the chains. Now we got both backs here in the backfield. Looking, plenty of time to throw. Just taking himself, using that speed, slide down, don't take the hit. And that'll be the other thing, maybe down the road, more of a custom playbook. I'll have to figure out kind of what I want, kind of the offensive style. As Green to throw has Haas, and Haas has got it easily for another Arkansas first down. So we're down to the 6. 2nd and 3. Dubinion with the carry, cuts it up, and Dubinion will be in for the Arkansas touchdown. And that'll give us the lead here, 14-7. Yeah, like I said, celebrations right now, not good. Kind of want to just let it go. I think sometimes they kind of go through the screens pretty quickly. So I wish they would slow down a little bit. I'd like to see more of the atmosphere. That is one thing I would love to see, and that's going to be a sack. Another one. Bring him down. 1:13 left here in this first half. 3rd and 16. They're just going to run it, and it works out perfectly. Wow. Wow. We had a dime formation on. I was thinking they were going to definitely pass it, be aggressive, but nope. They run a draw. It works out perfectly. Now they're going to hurry it up and have some time. 1st and 10. Spence slings it. What a throw! Absolutely dot on the money. Danico Slaughter in coverage just couldn't get to it. That was perfect. What a throw there. First down, and this team is, he's 10 of 12 for 140 and a touchdown. He is just throwing up some numbers. We got a solid defense, too. This one back in the end zone. Knocked away, incomplete. Anthony Switzer back there to knock it away. It's not like our defense is not good. It's solid. 3rd and goal. Looking. Oh, has a wide open man, and he misses him. Switzer, I wouldn't even be wagging my finger. You got absolutely torched there. It should have been a touchdown. We'll take it. That's what makes him an FCS team. So, field goal here. You know, college field goals, and just as I'm thinking about it, he completely misses that one. That should happen a lot often. As we reach halftime, it's only 14-7. He's got 140 passing yards, time of possession in their favor at the moment, so we're going to have to turn some things up. I know we got 7 yards per play here, but we got to turn things up. We got to get going here. This is only a 1-possession game. One mistake could get this tied real quick, because we'll start with Lucas. He's got a nice catch. He's got a first down, and he is up to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Green back to throw. Looking down the field. Has Haas again. Perfect throw on the money. Haas will be down to the 9-yard line as they will have an injury on the field. But that is what I want to see. Open up the passing game just a little bit here in this second half. As, outside Haas again, and he's in for the touchdown. Lucas, his drive, 3 catches, and a touchdown. 21-7 lead. How can the defense back it up? 3rd and 3. Guess what? It is a quick 3 and out. Jukaj there for the stop. And we get the ball right back. So now we got to think about piling on here. As that is Jaquindon Jackson with the carry. He's got a first down. So far, 7 carries, 59 yards. And I'm still really interested to see how the wear and tear is going to happen. You know, I don't think it's going to happen here in game number 1, but we'll see. As that was a perfect throw. Great throw there on, I believe, zone coverage. Luke Haas with the grab, first down. And he is dominating this game, which he definitely should, as we'll keep it on the read option. Great block on the outside, and in there for the touchdown is Taylon Green. He can do that. He's got the speed to absolutely take off. Green in for 6, add the extra point, and we got now a 28-7 lead, and right now we are starting to get in that rhythm and really do what we should do here against this team, no doubt about it. 28-7 lead. Still 6:41 left here in this third quarter. 1st and 10, BB to throw, and he's picked off! Picked off! Xavier Sawyer Jr., and he's in for the touchdown! Pick 6, just like that. And right now, I think we now have this game. I know, like I said, 6:35 left in the third, but a 35-7 lead with the pick 6, back-to-back touchdowns. I think right now we kind of have this game under control. So the thinking for me right now is if we can stop them on this drive. I think the starters play the rest of this quarter, and then in the fourth, we'll just bring in some backups right now. No real reason to risk injury, as that's going nowhere. Middle screen does not work, incomplete. They bring out their punt unit, and yeah, this might be the final drive for the starters today. So let's make it a good one. Let's make it a touchdown drive. Jackson breaks off 1 tackle. He'll pick up around 7. Now a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Green fires to the outside. That is going to be caught by Armstrong. Nice job hanging on to that one. Maybe go back to him here. Over the middle. Stepping up the pocket. There's Armstrong. And he gets around the edge. Nobody's going to catch him. And Andrew Armstrong is in for the touchdown. And we could just continue to pig suey all day. As looks like we had a little bit of we maybe needed to wake up after that first half, and we've definitely woken up here in this second. We are absolutely dominating right now, looking good, 42-7, probably the final play of this third quarter, and as that is going to be Eric Gregory with the stop. Oh, I like this. You can tape the wrist. That's really cool. I like that. I think we're going to keep him out, but stuff like that is just a lot better. As there we go. Landon Jackson with the sack. Gets around the edge. Takes down BB. The guy's like, pretty much just get me out of this game here. 42-7. I don't need to be in here at all. Oh, pressure again over the middle. It's going to be another pick. Is that Danico Slaughter with the interception? Just perfectly played. Cuts off the route. And now we have great field position just to pretty much add more points. Just continue to pile on. Obviously trying to get that. I know, well, you know, the whole, you know, you want to beat down these teams pretty much. Have that really good win. We got backups in the game. We got the freshman in the game with the run. He picks up around 8. And now 1st and goal from the 2. We'll go right back to him. Up the middle. The power back is in. Touchdown. Add another one on the board. 49-7. This is what should have happened. This is definitely what we needed. Good to see. Get you kind of back in rhythm. I mean, half the time, these are almost sometimes preseason type games. But Braylon Russell, the freshman, gets his first career touchdown. We'll see. Could be many more of them to come. So now, just trying to pretty much pad your stats. That's really all you're trying to do right now, as that is going to be a pass that is going to be stopped. 3rd down and 13. I would think they would go for it if you don't get this. 4-man rush. And he's going to be brought down. That is going to be a sack. So let's see what they do here. 3 minutes left. I mean, they're going to kick a field goal. Wow. All right. Well, a 42-yard field goal, and you missed. I think it was probably like a 31-yard field goal. Kick is up, and of course he drills this one. Of course, that's how it works. Kick the field goal, makes this a 49-10 game, and we can just kneel this one out. So we are going to start the season 1-0, and honestly, going into this game, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I've heard some FCS horror stories on Heisman, but hey, it was a struggle to start. In that third quarter, we just absolutely piled it on, get the victory here, 49-7. Taylor Green, definitely like the player of the game stuff. That has definitely got to be in more. I like seeing that. 189, 3 touchdowns. We can celebrate there at the student section, and that is awesome to see. So let's take a look at the stats here. Yeah, that big third quarter. So Taylor Green we saw. Trying to see if I can get the time right. Right now, that was, 10 minutes? I'm thinking 12 with like a 12 to 13 second knockoff. We'll see. I'm going to be messing with the time a little bit here in this first season, probably through the first half, just to see what kind of feel, because obviously I still want realistic plays, the amount of plays, at least close. I don't want to be underperforming, based off what CPU stat-wise is. But I also, for me personally, I don't want these games to last forever. Luke Haas, 6 for 113 and a touchdown. Defensively, Hudson Clark had 11 total tackles. You had Anthony Switzer there with 9. But the sacks, Landon Jackson had 2, 4 tackles for loss, 6 total tackles. He had a very solid game. Decent amount of sacks here to start off the season. But it is an FCS opponent, so I'm not sure how much that is going to last. And we've always talked about sliders with Madden. That is another thing too. We'll have to see how sliders work out. I'm right now at default. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Don't know. So that'll be a continuous thing through the first season just to see. All right. So let's get back into another week of recruiting. So Max Drew, we've completely gone up to easily be in his top 8. We've sent the house. So I think I'm just going to keep this for right now. Obviously can't get that yet. He's very close to into his top 8, which we should be. I mean, we can't do that till the top 5. And obviously you can't pile on to ascend the house unless you have that upgrade to get up to 60, which we don't have at the moment. We can only do 50. Reggie Irvin, still number 1. We're right now at social media and DM the player, but I think with that bar, we're fine. Levi Ayu, we have jumped to number 2 on his board, but we are well behind LSU. So I'm not sure if we'll see. We're going to have to jump a lot because LSU has a big lead. Rico Silvera, solid lead right now over SMU. What do we got left? 435. We'll do that one. So we got a 435. We can take out Tavares and Garcia. We were locked out of the top 8. We weren't even at number 9, so we just take that out. Martin Silva, right now behind Kansas, who took a huge jump. So let's do friends and family to see if we can get right back into this race. Edward Malloy, right now number 1, but SMU, Missouri, Houston, right there in the mix as well, as he's getting very close to his top 8 selection. So right now, just DM the player. Do we add something else to that or just maybe take it off? Let's take that off. Let's do send the house. Why not? Let's do send the house on there. All right. Araza, right now at number 1. DM the player. We got social media for that. James Biggs, right now at number 4. We are going down, though. So we definitely would have to add more points here. We only have social media. Maybe we do contact friends and family. That'll be 25. I mean, a 4-star wide receiver deep threat. Definitely for sure. And some of these guys, we'll see. Even if I kind of like bow out on some of these guys, I could always go back later and just see, because I have heard some things. Now, there should be a patch, I believe, out Friday. We'll see what it patches. I'm not sure what is going to happen. I do know one thing I have heard was there is a lot of upsets. Now, I will be honest with you, I've already played, as this is going to come out, today on Thursday, I've already played like 4 games, trying to get a head start. I've played like 4 games already. So, upsets definitely happen. I know the old NCAA, there was always some crazy upsets. So I will have to look at that. I have heard mixed results, that there are some wild upsets. The playoff is crazy, and you can obviously, just like Madden, force wins. So I might look at some matchups, unless it's patched, and possibly force some wins, probably from like week 4 or 5 going on. I haven't done anything because I just, jumped into the game and played a bunch of these games. That's why we're going to have a game pretty much day after day after day after day. This is going to be out like pretty much every day. So, get ready for some NCAA content, because this is going to come out almost every day. That's not going to last the entire season, obviously, but I will try my best to make sure you have an NCAA video almost every day. I'd rather not miss a day. This game is fantastic. I mean, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, like I've said. Have a job, so when I come home, this is the first thing I do. So I can't put this game down. I think about it during the day at work a lot of the times. I'm like, man, I just want to be home playing NCAA. So this game is absolutely amazing, and it's just a long time coming. So it is. When that started that game up, the smile on my face, it was just, wow. I was like, this is absolutely amazing. But let's get back into scouting. Jadarius Tavares. Yeah, he's from Little Rock, Arkansas as well. Yeah, Cookus, Midland, Texas, 66332. We're right now not on his list. He's a gem. I'd like to be on there. All right, Denton Dieter. We're at number 4. We'll probably definitely reach his top 8. I would think we're not going to be... I don't know. It is close. You think you're right now at number 4, but you can see where those bars are. It's so slight with some, schools. So let's offer him a scholarship and DM the player. But yeah, look how close that is. You could drop in a second. Charlie Beal, that is what's so deceiving of where the rankings are, because you think you're good, but then the week later, next thing you know, you're out. That's it. So, I don't know. This is what I'm seeing. Even with Arkansas, I think this is going to be tough recruiting. Now, I've seen some stuff that could be a little bit easier, but I don't know. I think this could be also still pretty tough. Pat Hunt is one of these guys now that I definitely want on this team. We'll take that off. Let's send the house. That'll put us at 135 in hours-wise. I want to beat out Oklahoma. I want to beat out an SEC team. I want to make sure he comes to Arkansas. And that's the other cool thing about recruiting. It's definitely, with the other schools in your conference, some of the, we're going to have to Oklahoma, Texas, as Thad Skaggs is a gem. So that's going to want me to get you on this team even more. So let's offer him a scholarship. Let's DM a player. I mean, obviously, it's a different story when, in common NFL, you can compete for players free agency with your division or conference. But when you have, the same teams in your conference, and there's a bunch of them in the SEC throwing out Texas and Oklahoma, it just makes it that much tougher, because to be able to compete with somebody like Georgia or Alabama in the recruiting process, man, you got to really build it up here to bring in guys and show that you can win. That's what we need to do here in Arkansas. Let's see if we can add any more. Right now, we're on the top prospects list. Let's add. We added Gilliam. Let's do some scouting here. We got some hours. He's a right tackle out of Greenwood, Indiana. So pass block power, solid. We're not on his list. I mean, all the big schools are on his top list right now. Look at that. Texas, Tennessee, Florida State, Florida. Jeez. Same with Bradley Lasco. Obviously, these 4- and 5-star guys, they're going to have all the top schools on their board. But they're saying no gem right there. I mean, 90 strength. I like that a lot. Good run block finesse. Solid impact block in 87. What do you do here? Do you try to get on his board. I don't know. I'm not sure if you do that or not. Maybe Gilliam will do DM the player just to continue to add, and that'll pretty much do our hours for that week. But, man, look at all the schools on that board. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's see through the week. Levi Ayu has reached his top 5. We are still at number 2. Danucci's reached his top 5. We're at number 2. We've made some ground on LSU. We definitely have. Max Drew, we're number 1 right now, top 8. We are well over right now Florida State at the moment. Everybody else, we're about first except Dieter too, but we've reached everybody else's top 8 schools. So we're still in the running for a lot of this. Landon Jackson got SEC Defensive Player of the Week with the tackles for loss and the sacks. That's really cool. I like that. And he actually won National Defensive Player of the Week. See, that, I wish they had this in Madden. I don't want to have to go into a screen. I want to see it. That is awesome to see. But we win against an FCS opponent, and then the next week, week 2, we're heading down to face Oklahoma State. It is going to be an absolute barn burner down there. Let's take a look at the top 25, though. Any upsets? So, Clemson goes down to Georgia, beats them 34-32. Wow. I feel sorry for that FCS South East team. That could be a beatdown. Georgia pretty mad there. Texas lost to see, there you go. There's an upset right there. Colorado State beats Texas. You got West Virginia beat Penn State. Notre Dame loses to Texas A&M. That's not really an upset. And USC beats LSU. So Iowa will move into the top 25. They were unranked. But yeah, Penn State and Texas drop off with their losses as Georgia. But you know what? A week 1 loss, you still have plenty of time to make it up, especially with the 12-team playoff. Plenty of time. But that's going to do it there, I believe, for week number 1 for us. It has been fantastic. I can't wait to get it going. We're going to love it. And we got Oklahoma State up next. So it is going to be a legit big-time game taking on the Cowboys down there. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so for all the support. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.